The city is stunned. A wave of disbelief and excitement washes over the 5 boroughs. Zohran Mamdani, a democratic socialist from Astoria, Queens, a relative newcomer to the political scene, has just been elected mayor of New York City, a stunning victory that few predicted, defeating political heavyweight Andrew Cuomo, a name synonymous with New York politics for decades. The final vote, confirmed on June 25, 2025, after a nail-biting count that kept the city on edge, marks a seismic shift, a political earthquake that reverberates through the halls of power. New York has chosen one of its most progressive leaders ever, signaling a clear desire for change. Spontaneous celebrations erupted in Queens, the heart of Mamdani's support, and Brooklyn, where progressive ideals have taken root. While anxiety gripped Midtown, the city's business hub, and the Upper East Side, traditionally a bastion of conservative politics, Mamdani's win is more than an upset, it's a political revolution. It's a rejection of the city's old political order, a resounding call for new leadership. He ran on a platform that spoke directly to New Yorkers, promising bold solutions to the city's most pressing problems. Left behind by rising costs and stagnant politics, those struggling to make ends meet in an increasingly expensive city. Cuomo, with his experience and deep-pocketed donors, seemed like an insurmountable force, promised a return to old New York, a vision that resonated with some but alienated many. But voters wanted something new, a fresh perspective on the challenges facing the city. Mamdani's grassroots movement proved that passion, dedication, and community engagement, an organization could topple even the most entrenched political machines, rewriting the rules of New York politics. The campaign was bruising, filled with accusations and counter-accusations, exposing deep divisions within the city and the Democratic Party, highlighting the ideological battles shaping the political landscape. Now, New York stands at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in its history, with the world watching to see what Mayor Mamdani will do next, and how his policies will impact the city and beyond. The city's political map has been redrawn overnight, ushering in a new era of uncertainty and opportunity. The old rules no longer apply. New York is ready to embrace the future, whatever it may hold. To understand this political earthquake that's been rumbling beneath the surface of New York City, we need to delve into the story of a key figure. You need to know Zohran Mamdani, a name that's become synonymous with progressive change in the city. Born in Uganda, his roots are deeply intertwined with creativity and intellect. Being the son of acclaimed filmmaker Mira Nair and esteemed academic Mahmoud Mamdani, he spent his formative years growing up in the vibrant and diverse borough of Queens, shaped profoundly by the borough's thriving art scene, its strong tradition of activism, and a deep sense of global awareness fostered by its multicultural environment. Before stepping into the political arena, he was known as Mr. Cardamom, a rapper who used his music to explore themes of identity, belonging, and the multifaceted immigrant experience. Mamdani's journey took a turn when he began working as a housing counselor, directly confronting the city's housing crisis, fighting tirelessly against evictions, and gaining first-hand knowledge of the deep-seated inequalities that plague the city. In a landmark victory in 2020, he secured a seat in the state assembly, representing the vibrant community of Astoria. Running as a proud democratic socialist, he quickly established himself as a fierce and unwavering advocate for tenant rights, improvements to the city's transit system, and urgent action on climate justice. His unique blend of grassroots activism, in-depth policy expertise, and genuine cultural fluency has enabled him to cultivate a passionate and remarkably diverse base of support. Mamdani represents a new generation, one that is unapologetically progressive, deeply rooted in community organizing, and consistently unafraid to challenge established power structures. His journey, from artist to activist to assembly member, demonstrates that City Hall is no longer the exclusive domain of political insiders and career politicians. He's not just holding office, he's actively redefining what it means to lead and govern in the complex landscape of modern New York. Andrew Cuomo's concession speech, a moment etched in political history, marked the definitive end of an era. It was a turning point, signaling a significant change in the city's political landscape. It also signified the potential end of a political dynasty, a family name synonymous with power and influence in New York for decades. The Cuomo legacy, once seemingly unshakable, now faced an uncertain future. Once seen as an unbeatable force in New York politics, a figure who commanded respect and wielded considerable power. Cuomo's campaign for mayor was built on a platform of extensive experience, highlighting his years in public service. He also made promises of restoring order and stability to the city, appealing to voters concerned about safety and security. But ultimately voters decisively rejected his old-school top-down approach to governance, signaling a desire for a new kind of leadership. Mamdani's campaign successfully painted Cuomo as out of touch with the evolving needs and desires of the city's residents. He was seen as disconnected with a younger generation, a younger, more diverse and increasingly progressive city, eager for change and new representation. The loss wasn't just a personal setback for Cuomo. It was a resounding verdict on the city's established political order, a clear message that voters were ready for something different. For decades, moderate Democrats had held a firm grip on power, shaping the city's policies and priorities. Mamdani's unexpected win shattered that long-standing consensus, disrupting the status quo. Grassroots progressives now have concrete proof that they can successfully challenge and defeat the old guard. This is emboldening a new wave of candidates to step forward and run for office, challenging the established order. Cuomo's defeat signals a dramatic shift in the city's political landscape. The city wants collaboration and inclusivity, not confrontation and division. The era of backroom dealing and transactional politics is definitively over. New York has chosen a new direction, one that embraces change and looks towards a more inclusive future. Ranked choice voting, RCV, was the engine behind Mamdani's victory. In a crowded field, RCV let voters rank candidates, rewarding coalition building over polarization. Cuomo's base was loyal but limited. He rarely earned second-choice support. Mamdani, meanwhile, united progressives, asking supporters of other left-leaning candidates to rank him second. As votes were redistributed, Mamdani's coalition grew, round after round. RCV forced candidates to seek common ground. Mamdani excelled at it. The system delivered a mayor with true majority support and a more civil campaign. Mamdani's win is a case study in how changing the rules can change the outcome. Now all eyes are on Mamdani's ambitious agenda. He's promised massive investment in affordable, city-owned housing, treating homes as a right, not a commodity. His Green New Deal for New York includes fare-free, expanded public transit, and more bike and pedestrian-friendly streets. On public safety, he wants to shift funds from the NYPD to community services and mental health care, focusing on prevention over policing. Worker rights are central, supporting unions, raising wages, and protecting gig workers. The challenge, can he deliver facing entrenched interests and a skeptical city council? New York's future and the hopes of progressives nationwide hang in the balance. The city is holding its breath.